We never think about it happening to us, but what if it does? We're going to talk about it in today's episode. I have a friend named Andy, and Andy had a very successful career in the banking. The reason I'm taking such a big sigh is that there are other Andys out there that, once I tell you the story, are going to hit home base. But I have to tell you, none of us feel it's going to happen to my family. Andy was very successful in his career, and one day he came home and his wife's eyesight had deteriorated dramatically. Her balance was bad. Andy and his wife took a trip to Mayo Clinic, and in fact, they were there for over a month. It was a very stressful period because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with Andy's wife. So after a month plus being there, they came back to Texas. Her body started to change dramatically. And in addition to that, their father and father-in-law were living in their home. So now Andy looks up and he says, "Oh my God, I've got to now take care of my wife because she was taking care of her father. And I've got to also help take care of my father-in-law." This spiral kept going on and on for a 5- and 6-year period. Andy was no longer working. This caused a lot of issues with their family because they now were going into savings also, because at that time he wasn't old enough, nor her, in being able to get Social Security. It became a series of rushing to emergency room for Andy's wife, and then Andy's father-in-law went into a nursing home, and then there was periods where his wife went into a nursing home because she needed special attention. It just was a never-ending cycle for them. They kept eating into their nest egg. These are everyday life situations that any of us can face. Even though Andy and his wife had long-term care and they were prepared for the inevitable, they weren't prepared for the high cost that long-term care has spiraled over the last several years. The reason I'm telling you this story today is because many people don't have coverage, and those that do, like Andy and his wife, back then when they bought it, it was more than enough. They never thought or dreamed that healthcare would spiral the way it has over the last several years. They had a gap. It cost them dearly. If you haven't set a plan up to take this particular situation in hand, we need to talk. I'd hate to read about you as another one of these folks that go through all their assets. None of us think that it's going to be us in this scenario. What if it does? What are you going to do? We need to talk. And I'm Mark Gardner. Your money matters. If you like this episode and like to talk with us about your portfolio, give us a call at the number below. We'd love to help.